Hey everybody, Jay Marino here, welcome back. We're playing UEDAIP. It's a custom campaign for StarCraft Remastered. We're on Mission 11 of Rebel Yell. That's right, Mission 11 of 12. Normally there's only 10, there's 2 hidden missions. We've played them both. You can go back in the playlist and check them out. Anyway, this is New Gettysburg. The UEDAIP concept for this is expanded map has battlecruiser freebies if you get them before they are killed. Player starts with 2 bases. The Zerg put on light pressure, and the Protoss are playing their own mission in tandem with the player. Minor bank setup for later. I am unclear what the bank setup could be. It's interesting to hear that we're going to have 2 bases, and I have no idea where they're going to be. So looking at the little map here, normally you have a base here in the upper left. Not sure where the player's going to actually start. Maybe it's going to be over here. I'm not so sure. And I'm going to guess we still have to defend the Zerg from the Protoss. The idea that the Protoss, that it specifically says the Protoss are playing their own mission in tandem with the player, I don't know. That's just something we'll keep in mind. I'm not entirely sure what that could imply. Let's get started. We could skip this. We've seen it.
Why are you doing this, Kerrigan? Look.
Ooh, and we're not frozen. Oh, I see. We're not frozen during this this starting part. So let's just go ahead and get started here.
Owe him this. Hell, I saved your butt plenty of times.
Kind of a weird place for that factory.
I don't need to be rescued. I know what I'm doing. The Protoss
Build a couple more Marines, and let's go ahead and start getting some gas set up here. There's orange all over the map.
I just know it. I am a ghost, remember?
We should get a comsat and scan some of these. These might be the battle cruisers that we can get.
Armed tourists will come around. I know he will.
I'm not sure how to capture them, though. Maybe we have to bring Kerrigan.
Good hunting.
But the sooner that we can go ahead and grab... The sooner that we can go ahead and grab siege mode, the better. Maybe what we could do is just build like a wall of bunkers and tanks up here, because we can't harm the Zerg. Do not allow the Protoss to control a fleet beacon and 5 stargates. Maybe we should have watched the briefing. I don't think it would have been changed. Do not allow the Protoss to control a fleet beacon and 5 stargates. I see, so it actually specifies. So this is timed. Do not allow the Zerg to sustain critical damage. Interesting. So we are kind of on a... We're kind of on a timer here. Load that up. Load that up. And let's go ahead and grab Siege Tech. Keep getting SCVs. We don't have a barracks down here. I think the sooner that we can go ahead and maybe... we have a oh, okay. We got a drop ship down there, so maybe we could lift up Kerrigan and the Marines and take them around to these beacons, because it doesn't look like these are accessible any other way. Just based on the mini-map also. Interesting. And then these up here as well. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and just keep making SCVs. Siege tech's coming out, so let's just build a bunch of siege tanks, and we're going to want to make, again, a row of bunkers here. Maybe even getting some fire bats in there could be good. Okay, interesting stuff. I mean, there's really no point in saving at this point. There's only one way into this base, but there is kind of a ledge there. The Protoss normally have the base down here. I actually don't know exactly where the Protoss are going to be at this point. Let's get a tank set up here. And I'd like to go... I see, okay. You jerk. We can go ahead and wall this all up with...
After the Confederates abandoned these dockyards, we left a lot of ships unmanned and wrapped for the taking. Reckon a few trained Marines could man these tin cans.
Trained Marines.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting.
Destination?
Okay, well, let's,
Input coordinates. Buckle up.
I mean, it's risky, but let's go ahead and take some units and head up there. And I'd like to build a barracks so that we can bring more Marines up into these locations as well. This is very risky considering... Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, and this is a risk, and this is why I'm willing to just restart if this doesn't work. But what if... This is... Okay, I'm reading a lot into this. The Protoss are playing their own mission in tandem with the player. I feel like this is a pointed statement to say the Protoss only care about the Zerg. So, by extension, they might leave this bottom base alone, and if they do that, then I'm not going to build any defenses here. again, you know what? Let's try it again. We get credit for using our brains here, so let's fly up here and see if we can land and take out these turrets and start stealing some of this stuff. Load up. And we're just gonna keep making tanks and SCVs. Again, this is really wonky. I'm not sure if I can get in here without getting hit by the turrets. Okay, well, unfortunately these units are trapped here now. Okay. Alright. And let's go ahead and build. We're going to need another dropship. Let's go ahead and saturate this fully. Oh, I have an engineering bay. Where do I have an engineering bay? Okay, we got rates. Let's grab the last one, I guess. Oh yeah, then stay away from that. Poor Kerrigan. Well, she's going to tank for us. So it said battlecruiser freebies. I'd really like those. I'd really prefer those over anything else. Let's go ahead and keep making those tanks. Move them down here. Oh, that's pretty large. Focus on the zealots, please. And come back down here and take care of this. Those dragoons really attack very quickly, don't they? Okay, let's see if we can pull this out. And then set this up. And I have vision on a bunch of other bases around the map, too, so I'm not sure what we should really be focused on. Man, those dragoons attack fast. Okay, load this up. Build more supply depots. Just keep making those tanks. And load this up. Come on up here, drop them off. And then let's go ahead and get an academy. And I'm just going to keep making Marines here. We can afford quite a bit of other structures. Quite a number of other structures, so we should really start laying those down. Okay, keep making those tanks. Again, I'm quite focused on doing this stuff. Honestly, the amount of money that we've dumped into this area seems not worth it at this point. And I'm thinking maybe what I should do, like this seems almost pointless, and maybe what I should do instead is go for the bottom left ones. Like I could restart them. Okay, purple takes this area. We could probably deny this base from purple. We could secure this area better. We can not bother with this. And maybe, yeah, see here are the battle cruisers. Whatever's going on up here is not necessary. I'm thinking I just went for the wrong section. I mean, this is not, I mean, at this point I've stopped sort of playing the game and I have a ton of money. So let's just restart completely. Because again, we have a really nice idea of the landscape here.
I mean, I've heard the rumors. I know you were part of those experiments with the Zerg that Mengsk came and saved you. But you don't owe him this. Hell, I saved your butt plenty of times.
Jimmy, drop the knight in shiny armor routine. That suits you sometimes. Just not now. I don't need to be rescued. I know what I'm doing. The Protoss are coming to destroy the entire planet, not just the Zerg. I know that because, well, I just know it. I am a ghost, remember? Once we've dealt with the Protoss, we can do something about the Zerg. Arcturus will come around. I know he will.
That'll be right, darling. Good hunting.
Okay, so as soon as I think the first Protoss attack happens, I'm going to go ahead and take these vultures, and I'll sit them down there to kill the drone that they send to set that base up. That really might be all it takes. Get this stuff set up. Again, we're just going to keep making SCVs at the start, and we're not going to bother with going for those battlecruisers yet. And it seemed like, again, this base wasn't attacked at all at the start, so we can probably finagle out, again, not getting attacked there. Seems prudent. Okay, come on down here. Okay, and then let's send you guys down here to just sit here and not let that drone get that base set up. Tanks are on their way up. I'd love to get the 200 minerals to set up the barracks so we can get more stuff here. We know there's an infested Terran that comes running down in this direction, too. So we'll do this. Get back to mining. Let's go ahead and focus on gas right now. Okay, and it seems like we primarily need tanks here for that incoming large enemy attack. And if we just sit here, we can kind of block the drone from coming down here. Hey, it's a little gamey to do that, but, you know.
The Confederates abandoned these dockyards and left a lot of ships unmanned and wrapped for the taking. Reckon a few trained Marines could man these tin cans.
Our friend Subsorian, again, continues to give us the important information that we need. Did we not lose a building in that attack? We must have, right? All right, go ahead and load this up. And we continue to get tanks coming in, and we'll go ahead and block this off. Some of those early attacks were, they weren't, I don't want to say they were gotcha, but they, you know, they're pretty large, and, you know, you sink a lot of defense in the bottom base, not expecting to get hit as hard in the top base, and, you know, it's very much like, oh, well, what are you going to do? Okay. And yeah, we can bring 4 more Marines with us, and Kerrigan is, you know, that's perfectly acceptable. Keep making those tanks.
Not enough minerals.
I mean, if we deny this base to the Zerg, and we could take it ourselves, but then we have to, you know, we have to defend it as well, which is a bit spiced. Okay, that's done. We don't have vision on the Protoss, so we don't know where the Protoss are going. Say we wanted, like, another bunker here. Yeah, that would be fine. Keep making tanks. Okay, here comes that huge attack. Go ahead and start repairing here in advance. The Dragoons are going to get sort of stuck on the ramp. Dude, get them, Dragoons. And by get them, Dragoons, I mean get them tanks. Okay, very large attack. We're alive. Let's go ahead and set this back up. Got more tanks coming up. Can I get this show on the road? Again, if we can get some of those battle cruisers, that's going to save us immensely. I think we may have stopped that attack, or this base, from getting set up. So let's go ahead and take it ourselves.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they're going to keep attacking from this direction. I think we have enough tanks that we should be relatively safe, but we have to be very, very careful from the Protoss primarily. Start getting some turrets as well. Grab this, load them up, and I think the sooner we can maybe get some of this, some of these BCs out, the better. So let's fly along the bottom. It looks like we could safely land right there on the edge. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to send another SCV down here to try to take that. Keep making Marines. Start getting some upgrades. Wall that off. And, again, this base, in theory, is just safe, so we should just lean into that. Again, if we can get these BCs, that would be incredible.
Not enough minerals.
SCV good to go, sir. You want a piece of me, boy? Job fin. SCV good to go, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, oh, look out, look out. Can we save it?
In the cage. You want a piece of me?
Okay, you guys take care of these.
Your forces are under attack.
Reporting for duty.
And I guess I was right to make some turrets over here. Keep queuing up tanks. Repair this. And I need... Did my vultures die again? Like, did they die? Did they pass away? We have to set up some defense down here, but it sucks because they're on a ledge. But we can rally down in this direction. Battlecruiser, go ahead and hug the bottom. And then fly home.
Your forces are under attack.
Yeah. Is bad?
Your forces are under attack.
Oh gosh, we're getting penned in here. Oh, this is... Oh god. You guys have to move.
Your forces are under attack.
And then siege up. And siege up. Let's get these units down here if possible.
Forces under attack.
Get in there. And then shoot. This is dastardly. This is difficult. All right, keep making tanks. Just come on down here. Complete this. You know what? Just stay there. That's perfectly acceptable. And then let's come on over here and build a bunker. And then this group, I got a battlecruiser. Every little bit, I guess. There's really not any good spots to land.
Strap yourselves in, boys.
Your forces are under attack.
Bye.
Let's head on over here. I see the defensives. I see the defense guns. We should be fine against those. Again, we got the tanks still coming up.
Base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Orders received.
Okay.
Job fin.
We need a few more tanks up here as well. Interesting direction that the Zerg are choosing to come from as well. I think we can afford to get that science facility now. Dude, there's a lot happening, and I feel very overwhelmed because we've got this, like, battlecruiser heist situation going on down here, too. It's a lot.
What now?
Go ahead, HQ.
Okay, we're out of Marines, so we have to send the dropship back home to get a few more of those. Let's build a couple. I don't think we need wraiths. By the way, the whole starport thing is still an issue too.
Orders, Captain. Orders received. You want a piece of me, boy?
Let's get a few more turrets back here.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Repair this BC, and then yeah, this guy's coming back home. We can repair the dropship as well,
You want a piece of me, boy? Affirmative. Right away, sir.
and we can go and steal some more.
Affirmative.
Receiving transmission.
Oh, whoops. And then there's more up there. What we can do is get Yamato gun. The location of this factory just is not pleasant. Okay, look at that. So now we've got this down here. Whew. Okay, it's a lot. It's a lot. Keep it up. I think this is going really well. Go ahead and just keep making Marines here.
SCV good to go, sir.
Keep the tanks queued up forever. Keep making turrets. This area down here, again, seems perfectly acceptable. And then, is this repaired? Yes, it is. Load them up.
Additional supply depots required.
Man, we made it this far without getting supply blocked.
Supply depots required.
It was bound to happen. Okay, I'm just gonna even get another bunker down here.
Base is under attack.
And we need an academy.
Go ahead, HQ.
You fellas are loaded up, so let's go down to the bottom,
Is required.
across here, get a physics lab so we can get Yamato. Okay, and let's just go ahead and set this right back up. Don't attack the structures, it's going to lure more Zerg to us. The Protoss scare me more. The factories count is all messed up. I have no idea what's going on with that.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade
I
complete.
copy that.
Okay, let's land.
HQ.
Get harvesting, and then let's grab increased Yamato damage. Okay, Yamato gun.
Upgrade
You all load on in. Get more tanks up in this direction. Marines in here. I'm just saying aloud what I'm doing because honestly, there's a lot happening, and it's scary. it's a lot to keep track of, as I mentioned. Okay, there we go. So now we have 2 more BCs. We need a landing zone for this section. Plus, there's the auto turrets.
depots required.
I think we can just do it with these. Okay, U-238 shells. This base down here, again, has been left alone completely. You really do love to see it. Oh, stop. Oh, those are just drones. That's fine. Okay.
Good day,
What I'm going to do is go for this.
Base is under attack.
Good day.
Which BC is getting hit?
Frequencies open.
Okay, they're going to be able to do that.
Hang on, we're in for some trouble.
Save now. Cycle the save, and let's see how this
Base is under
attack is going. Okay, we have interceptors. I don't know if we honestly have enough anti-air here to kill all of these.
Go ahead, HQ.
We gotta try to land here and take out these turrets.
under attack.
And then we still have to take the battle cruisers with more Marines. Okay, we have Goliaths coming out. We're gonna build more
Base is under attack.
turrets. We're gonna build more Goliaths.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, cool. We did it. So we have to kill these turrets. Then we can steal these battle cruisers.
What now? I'm waiting on you.
And we need more depots.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
Is this the same carrier? Is this a different carrier? I honestly don't know anymore. This is why I was going to make Wraiths. A lot of them got left, or I think I canceled them. Is this guy stuck? Yes, he is. Go and murder him. Just keep making turrets. The carrier attacks are in such a wide arc that they get hit by the turrets eventually. It's possible they build faster. I just don't know anymore. Okay, keep making the tanks and the turrets. This area is
Forces are under
not fine. Go ahead and do this. Set this up. God, there's so much stuff to keep track of here.
Take it slow.
Okay, Yamato this, and then we can fly these BCs home to help us, to save us.
Frequencies open.
2 Yamatos did not kill a turret. That's honestly embarrassing.
Crews report. Make it happen.
Okay, fly up here and then home.
Take it slow.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting.
Did my dropship die? It must have. We need a new one because Kerrigan is out there in the ether.
Upgrade.
Increased Yamato damage apparently is very necessary. That's a Marine. Don't worry about that. Okay, keep setting this back up. We have some Goliaths coming up too.
Systems functional.
Those can help protect us against the
Your forces
the
are
dastardly
under
carriers.
Give me some of this shit.
SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
attack. Additional supply depots required.
Okay,
All crews reporting.
we got these bad boys back here to help us out.
Take it slow.
Okay, look at those Reavers.
Take it slow. Receiving transmission.
Jacked up and good to go.
Okay, space is a bit of an issue in order to cram more of these depots in. This is an incredibly frantic mission. Oh my goodness. We got the money, so just start queuing stuff up. Let's get some Wraiths too. Get +3.
Commander, outstanding.
Base is under
Frequency is
attack.
open.
And, of course, you know what? I'll just float these things down here. We have to well, they might not be going for this base. I'm not so sure. But we'll float down there.
Base is under attack.
Don't actually attack the... Don't attack the actual Zerg, though. Again, we did get those freebies, as was described to me. Again, I am totally lost at this point with how
Your forces are under attack.
to handle this map. This is insane.
Upgrade complete.
Like, it's not intensely hard, I think. It is a lot to be constantly cognizant of, don't get me wrong, but... Oh, see, finally they're attacking up here. Okay, they're turning around. Fine, fine.
Transmission. Systems functional.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, let's get up here and repair these. Keep making tanks. If you can get out of there, if you can. I don't know if you're able to actually get out of there. Don't chase.
Frequency is open. All crews reporting.
It's very sad to me that the enemy seems to sort of be breaking its own rules.
Under attack.
Something about the Protoss are on their own mission, but now they're gonna kill this base down here. I guess just let them have it. I can't really get down there to stop them at this point because I have too much on my plate everywhere else.
Base is under attack.
Like, I'm really not so sure how I could have done anything about that for the size of this. You know what? But fine. Go ahead and take it. Let's go ahead and float these units all the way back up to this base, and we're down to back to one base. That's going to be a lot of our supply depots as well.
Receiving
Hello, auto repair. I really, really wanted you to be working. Certainly seems like we don't need nearly as much defense up here.
Base is under attack.
Let's go ahead and build a starport, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get through here, but if we could maybe set up this, that would be great. +3 finishing would be nice, but I don't have high hopes. We can actually set this up here like that. That's good. That's all good. Now we need an academy, and we need a new physics lab. Maybe we could just mass up BCs and go and win against blue. Well, we played a risky game and we lost. It's just really unfortunate that it happened this late. I do complain about this quite a bit, which is where, like, you... Similar to, like, holdout missions where you play for, like, 35 or 40 minutes and then you lose right at the end. It can be very, very frustrating. It's kind of where I feel like I'm at right now. But we got some free BCs, so I think maybe we should lean into that and try and just build more and then finally, and then just go and win. Because I think we have enough money. Let's see. +3 did not finish, unfortunately. I think we've got enough money in our bases to win here.
Additional supply depots required.
Yeah, the Zerg attacks are very, very simple.
Add-on complete.
All crews reporting.
I'm ready.
Kerrigan still. Did my other units make it out? Yeah, drop ship. Why don't you come on down here?
Base is under attack.
Take it slow.
Orders, Captain? Destination! I read you.
Keeping this area from the Zerg seems good.
Orders, Captain? Yes, sir. Orders received. Job finished. Orders, Captain?
And then we're still supply blocked. Hopefully not for long. Just cram them in there wherever they'll fit. That's wherever they'll fit. Just cram them in there. Is this another one we might be able to eke out a win if we're very, very, very careful? Again, we are on a timer, though, so... You know. If we can double build BCs... Let's go down and get Kerrigan, by the way. Honestly, she's been safe down here. Again, I'm a little disappointed with the way that the Protoss randomly decided to sort of change their targets. There's so much getting path blocked in here, I can't even
Good day, Commander.
really properly consider it.
Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Report.
Just wherever these stupid things will fit because we lost our lower base. The other thing, too, is when a base starts getting overwhelmed, there's no way that you can get units down there to defend it. If you didn't have the defenses for this area in advance, what could you possibly do
Add-on complete.
to potentially stop them?
Hailing frequencies open. Set the course.
So Blue has 17 factories, which says nothing about their...
Your forces are under attack.
Which says nothing about their starport capabilities. Yeah, you better run away, you cowards.
Base is under attack.
Okay, seems like 4 BCs can really hang on to this stuff pretty effectively. The issue is a lot of our supply is crammed in this location. I regret taking this base, and maybe we should have just put the extra money into holding the other one. Again, the biggest issue is I feel like I get a lot of mixed messages from how this map functions. Makes it kind of confusing. We might be kind of on the cusp of being able to win this.
Your forces are under
The biggest issue I'm having right now are depots. Like, honestly, that's almost it.
upgrade complete.
Like, losing that lower base set me back quite a bit.
Your forces are under attack.
I gotcha. Thinking the same
Receiving
Okay, let's bring these BCs down here. This is endless. It's non-stop.
Yes, sir. Orders received. Orders received.
Let's get up here and repair these BCs. I wonder how many BCs we need to maybe make a push. These are 600.
SCV good to go, sir.
hailing frequencies open.
We'll wait for that +2. They have a main base up here to the upper right for sure. Let's go ahead and get a ComSat station. So I could try to push out and take a separate base. It's hotkey here, hotkey here.
Under attack.
Again, I can't maneuver my units. I think maybe one regret, too, I have is I should have moved my factory, because that's the worst place for it, and I should have known. Honestly, let them do what they're going to do. That's fine.
Add-on complete. Add-on complete.
300, 300. Whew. Pricey. They have the base +3 armor.
Base is under attack.
It's possible I'm overestimating what I need to actually break the Protoss. So let's pick one of their bases and just go and attack after this group of BCs is done.
Base is under attack.
Okay. 3 Stargates controlled. All right, let's go. Their carriers are going to do very little damage to my BCs. It's like bee stings, basically. I'll even queue up another one. Not enough depots. That's fine. Let's just go.
Receiving transmission.
Please don't stasis me. Okay, good.
Good day, Commander.
Okay, we just gotta let those go and do their thing.
Base is under attack.
Can my Marines genuinely not hit this? That's something.
Base is under attack.
Man, you probably wish you had those scouts at home.
Receiving transmission.
Okay, +3's on its way up.
Forces are under
Queue up even
attack.
another BC. Rally. Rally. I see the Stargates.
Your forces are
Honestly,
under attack.
give me the original BC back. Maybe that's a hot take, but give me the original BC back.
Base is under attack.
I sort of hate to say that, but
Receiving transmission.
the enemy doesn't build enough that clumps up that makes me think that these are worth it.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, well, I guess we gotta let this this base go again, because I don't have enough money.
What now?
Ooh, Kerrigan. Here.
Your forces
Go at
are
least go
under
into a
attack.
bunker. We're all in, baby. They must have enough. Excuse me?
Your forces are
It was hallucination, right?
additional supply depots required.
Oh god, they're busting up all my depots again.
Base is under attack.
Just depower this.
Upgrade complete.
Receiving
Your
transmission.
forces are under attack.
Oh my god. Please. I should have just let him win. And then put the video up and said, look,
Base is under attack.
here's the mission for you. Like, I don't like the change to Yamato. And I don't like the change to their ground attack, unfortunately. And they're way more money to make up for the fact that they're way beefier, I guess?
Base is under attack.
I don't know. Just not a big fan. Anyway, let them keep killing each other. It's possible we can eke this out.
Your forces are under attack.
All crews reporting. Set a course. Hailing
Base
frequencies
is
open.
under attack.
Okay.
Take it slow.
Just kill these gateways, please. I beg of you. Okay. 2 Stargates controlled, which means they have another base somewhere. But we've also... I don't think we've crippled them,
Base is under attack.
but we may have stemmed the tide. We could maybe take this upper right base. There we go. There's one fewer Stargate.
Set a course.
Okay, I've repaired the battle cruiser fleet,
Frequencies open.
and I've actually taken a bit of a break. I stopped recording, and then I went to the UEDAIP server and talked about this mission a little bit. And I decided, like, I'm not going to replay this whole thing. Like, it does a disservice to not be able to show what the first experience with the map was like. So let's finish this attempt. I definitely get the impression, based on what I've already said about the battle cruisers, that this is not how they're meant to be used. You're not supposed to like mass them up in order to wipe bases. They're supposed to be like these really beefy support behemoths. I understand that. I understand that now. To be fair, I wasn't actually planning on massing BCs in order to push and win with just them. But I started to panic after I lost this base, and then I rebuilt all my depots and lost this base because of the converging forces here. And ultimately, I think this was just a convergence of like a bunch of different ways that this mission could go. That you know, I just ended up
Good day, Commander.
getting roasted. Again, Kerrigan could still die. I have an opportunity here to heal her by sitting her next to this barracks because I got that healing aura, so let's at least leave her here and, you know, hopefully she won't die. But now I have to slowly clean the map. We'll do that. Let's go ahead and just Yamato these High Templar because that's something we actually can one-shot with the Yamato. Let's go ahead and move in. I wonder how much damage the Yamato actually does now that it's upgraded. We could check on this photon cannon. Well, we shouldn't one-shot this. Yeah, it does about 150 damage. It does AoE, but again, it sort of overlaps with the auto attack. And the auto attack, I don't know. I don't know what footage I would have left in prior to this. This is a very long video, so I'm gonna be No, I thought we would... See, I really thought we'd be able to kill him before he even was able to shoot. Anyway, we're just sort of hanging out here, surviving until we can win. The Protoss are basically out, and I had to build all this defense and rebuild all my depots, unfortunately, again. But I think we should have this under control. It's weird that they keep sending zealots up here. Like, no matter what. Like, they clearly have nothing left in that area, but they just keep making zealots. They want it so bad. Anyway, I'm going to cut out some pieces of this footage. Again, it's to me, it's better than, like, replaying the whole map and, like, re-recording it from the get-go. Which I've done in the past, not on this series, but other series. I've done that in the past. Again, I'd prefer not to do that, but I'll have to just do some editing. But you know, if I get tilted and I start getting a little salty and the gameplay is getting a little slow, then you know, I'll just cut that part out because again, you know, getting salty can be fun. Don't get me wrong. Getting salty can be fun, but you know. I recognize, as the content creator, I know when it's probably going to be entertaining and when it's just, you know, not in good spirits. So, you know, I will choose to cut it out where necessary. We have to keep looking for where the Protoss are. They didn't take this base. They must have taken this. Oh, no, it's ending. Because here come the Zerg. Here come the Zerg? Maybe it's not ending? Where's Kerrigan? Just get back in your bunker, lady. I guess it's technically not ending. I guess we'll just, again, individually pick off these remaining structures. There's still Protoss structures. I'd like they're building zealots at light speed to keep it sending them up here too, so I guess that's kind of working to my advantage. That's all right. I guess there was just like a standard Zerg attack. Again, we're on track to finally clean this up, though. Again, I kind of got pigeonholed into the battlecruiser strategy here, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have stuck with that. In any case, I think we got it. Just don't let them rebuild all of this stuff. Just do this. Actually, that might have been a mistake, because if the probes flee, they might end up rebuilding somewhere else. Again, still looking for where the Protoss might be. There it is. Okay.
This is Kerrigan. We've neutralized the Protoss, but there's a wave of Zerg advancing on this position. We need immediate evac.
Belay that order. We're moving out.
What? You're not just gonna leave them.
All ships prepare. Waiting for Arsonis on my mark.
Boys, how about that evac?
Damn you, Arcturus. Don't do this.
It's done. Cannons
Seems like the Zerg don't flood at you quite as aggressively. We actually ran the Zerg out of money. I wonder how much of a bank they have at this point, though, so maybe they could have continued to make units for, like, all eternity. The Protoss do move out quite aggressively. Map? Mission? Perhaps? There it goes. Okay. So I guess we could talk a little bit about this map, because, again, it did get me. To be fair, I did beat it. On my, second try, I did purposefully restart after a little bit of experimentation, but I think there are a couple of things I'd want to point out about this map. Number one is the 44 APM. A lot of time off screen, I just sat there repairing BCs and getting my third base set up or fourth base up there in the upper right and rebuilding my depots. But yeah, the longer the map goes on, the likely that's just going to dip and dip and dip for me. What ended up happening was, again, the map was described as the Protoss have a singular focus. Their mission is to destroy the Zerg. Therefore, I expected them to leave that bottom right base alone. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not. If it was scripted to happen, I would protest. I think it was maybe more just I think that was just StarCraft AI acting on its own. My guess is it was more like, maybe if we were to run this scenario multiple times, that wouldn't necessarily happen every time. But I do think that, again, the way that it's advertised, I think maybe there should be some failsafe in there that just, directs the Protoss away from that base. If I could play this map again, it's very clear what I would do. The upper left would be purely defense. I would not take that Zerg base or the Zerg expansion to the left. Maybe I would deny them from taking it, but then I would not take it. It's not worth it. The mineral layout is bad to the point where you can't really harvest efficiently from it anyway, so just set up defense on the ramp until just basically that upper left base just needs to be a big wall of bunkers and tanks. Move the factory so it's not blocking units that are trying to spawn from it. Build 6 wraiths to kill enemy carriers instead of, just a few. So just, build those wraiths, maybe even get some ghosts with lockdown. I think even that's overboard. And then the bottom right, start building tanks and then do a slow crawl with the captured BCs and the tanks in the bottom right. I honestly think that would I don't want to say would make this easy peasy. To be fair, I did beat this, but for a first go through, it got kind of sloggy there at the end, and that's because I Hail Married with the BCs. I didn't really want to necessarily mass BCs, but I sort of felt like I had to turtle. Because that bottom right base went down, I was like, well, I have to turtle and then just try to make mass capital ships, even though the BCs, I think, feel objectively worse compared to the other two races' capital ships. Guardians have more HP and armor, they get an anti-air attack, they spawn Scourge on death. Carriers, Interceptors attack faster, and they're way, way, way beefier. And I think the Interceptors build faster as well. They're all more expensive, way more expensive across the board, so I really don't think you can say that them being cost prohibitive. I'm comparing the capital ships to one another. As opposed to other compositions. So I'm saying I think the BCs are very weak compared to the other two races' capital ships. But in any case, it worked. So if the implication is the BCs are supposed to be AoE, they kill T1 units en masse as opposed to being able to clean out maps. I just cleaned the whole map with basically just BCs. So it's hard to say if that mission was accomplished properly. And I don't know. I just don't like the way the BCs feel, specifically the way Yamato's been changed. But, there's a lot of things in the tech tree that have been changed, and I do like a lot of the things that have been changed. I think this is just one instance where it feels weird to me, and it all kind of spawned from this where my expectations were dashed, but not at the beginning of the map. If you play 10 minutes, and then you think, okay, I made an assumption and it wasn't correct, it's different than when you play 30 minutes and you realize the expectation I had was incorrect, and therefore I either have to completely restart or just roll with the punches and have lost that bottom right base, which totally changed how I had to approach the rest of the map. And again, we succeeded, but again, I'm going to have to go through this footage and, take out some of the parts where I was not really doing a good job in commentating. Hey, look at that. I didn't hate the map, but it definitely it threw me for a loop. I think that's probably the most concise, simple way to put it. All right, we're going to play the last mission next time. We're back to TVT. To be to be straight, the big push went really, really well. So I honestly think maybe this last mission might go a little bit better. We'll see. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.